Hello and welcome to Rathods IAS Academy. Today in this session we are going to see current affairs of 10th October 2024. So let's get started with our discussion. And always I will be focusing on two things. First one is you need to follow your UPSC syllabus. So without understanding about the syllabus, don't start your newspaper because you don't know actually which topic is relevant and which topic is irrelevant. So to know the relevance of the topic from examination point of view, you need to follow your syllabus. So whenever you are starting your preparation from that day till you get your final results, UPSC syllabus should be there always with you. And second important thing you have to focus is previous year's questions. So if you are reading according to the syllabus, reading standard books, NCERT, etc., but if you don't know like how UPSC is asking questions, is it relevant? Is it benefit? No, right? So you have to know the previous questions so that you can understand pulse of UPSC and you can understand how UPSC is trying to trap the students. So if you know exactly how UPSC is asking questions based on the subject, you will be knowing that whether your preparation in that direction of UPSC or not. Okay, or else you will be changing your strategy. Clear? So let us see the first article, see the title guys. As I am saying from last 2 days, for the next 6 days you will be getting daily one article regarding Nobel Prize. So I said in our earlier classes regarding, so what is the process of giving Nobel Prize, and we have 6 categories. What are they? So first one is medicine, next one is physics, chemistry, and next literature, next peace, etc. So we have 6 categories. Okay, now let us see the first article title. Baker, Jumper, Hazzabis share Nobel in chemistry for tools to design proteins and to predict structure. So from which subject we can connect this? We can connect this subject from this topic from your GS paper 3 under science and technology, first one, and even there is a high chance of getting your prelims based question from this topic from Nobel Prize point of view. Okay, and here I want to give you like dimensions how you can get a question. The first one here is 2024 Nobel Prize in chemistry got to which category? So in this way you can get first type of question. And second way of asking question is, so here they can ask question regarding protein structure prediction. Okay, and if you are preparing for other competitive examinations like state, PCSE, CS, you can get a question, and even in SSC also there is a high chance of getting question, and any other competitive examination point of view from current affairs you can get a question regarding Nobel Prize, and it is very important topic and very relevant topic. So here if you see this here 2024 Nobel Prize in chemistry shared by 3 persons. So 1 person for protein designing and 2 persons for protein structure prediction. So it is very important. So what are the key points you have to remember from this article? The first one is 1/2 of prize is given to David Baker for what? For protein designing, and another half which is shared jointly by 2 persons for protein structure prediction. So what is the significance of this discovery? So actually they understood about entirely designing of new proteins, first important one, and even they developed artificial intelligence model to address 50-year-old challenge of predicting 3D structured proteins. So by this artificial intelligence, so we got a solution for predicting of this 3D structure of proteins. And what are the applications? Applications here is we can use this technology in pharmaceuticals, next one is in vaccine development, and also nanomaterials or nanomedicines, and next one is to develop sensors, and even in other fields also this study is very helpful. And actually so they came up with AI based model in 2020 that is called as AlphaFold 2. So actually this is the earlier technology that we are using to predict structure of proteins, and by using this model we already identified the structure of around 200 million proteins. So here there is also a chance of getting question. AlphaFold is a technology, so which is used for what? It is used for predicting of protein structure. Okay, so in this also it is very important. And actually this AlphaFold 2 technique or this method is very useful for addressing the issues of antibiotic resistance and as well as plastic degradation. Or else you will be getting a question like, so what are the applications of this AlphaFold 2? And I saw a very interesting image in international paper of Delhi, that is about Kuchipudi. So as you all know that from GS paper 1 we have art and culture. So in fact our UPSC syllabus will start with art and culture, right? So in art and culture we have a chapter of dances. So in these dances we have two types. First one is classical dances, second one is folk dances. So in these classical dances we have 8. So I will be saying always that you have to draw a map of India and you have to see where these classical dances are present in our country. So which are those 8 classical dances? We have Kuchipudi, we have Bharatanatyam, Kathak, Kathakali, Mohiniyattam, Odissi, Manipuri, Satriya. So these are 8 classical dances we have, and you have to see or you have to make a notes like dance name and to which state it belongs to, and you have to see important features of that dance. So this dance forms is very important from both mains and as well as prelims. You can expect questions from both mains and prelims because this art and culture is part of your mains and prelims. So now let us see some facts regarding this Kuchipudi. Kuchipudi is one of the oldest dance forms of India and now it is becoming obsolete. Obsolete is nothing but very old among our younger generations. So it had been originated from Kuchipudi village and it is located in Krishna district of Andhra Pradesh. And actually it is both dance and drama performance. So which is earlier confined to men in olden days, but now even we have Lasya component, that is female component, and male component is called as, you have to know what is this male component as well, and we have female component as well. And Kuchipudi is one of the 8 classical dance forms. Actually people learn this classical dance form from generation through Guru Sishya Parampara tradition. It is very important. And currently there is declining phase of this dance form because of lack of patronage of the government, and even who are the famous gurus of this dance. So in this, from this pandemic year onwards we lost them. So they had been lost their life. So because of this, yes, we are going to have the lack of patronage, and even we don't know what will be the future of this dance form. So here you have to think about what measures we can take to preserve our rich heritage. And if you're writing any answer regarding losing our cultural heritage, now you can use this example of Kuchipudi also. Okay. And now let us see next article. It is about Bengaluru to switch to AI powered traffic signals. So from which subject we can see this? From GS paper to science and technology, and even from GS paper to governance point of view. From science and technology you can talk about technology in traffic management. And next one is what are the steps taken by the government to control this traffic. So from these two subjects point of view we can see this. So let us see the context. So Bengaluru is transitioning to AI powered traffic signals, a part of Bengaluru adaptive traffic control system. Why? To come out of traffic congestion now. So what is the aim of this initiative? It is to upgrade whatever 136 existing signals and to install new one in these areas, and we have to even enhance real-time traffic management, and even we have to reduce our reliance, that is dependence on manual control of these traffic signals. So now let us see what are the key points that you have to understand from this topic point of view. So the first important point you need to know is enhanced traffic management. So why this kind of steps taken by the government? So they are now shifting towards artificial intelligence driven signals, so which mainly shows about, yes, we had a significant management or advancement in managing of traffic, and we are going for efficient resolutions to decrease traffic congestion, and even we are also taking some proactive approach for the urban areas which are facing this problem of increased vehicle volumes. And actually we are also focusing on utilizing real-time data from camera sensors, and even we can dynamically now change the signal timings so that we can reduce the waiting times at these signals, and we can improve experiences of traveling, and even we can reduce carbon dioxide emissions such that we can focus on environment conservation. And what will be the benefits of moving towards this AI? So we can monitor traffic signals from a central command center so that we can coordinate the traffic response, and even we can now have the improved management, and as well as we can also reduce accidents, or we can also decrease this road work as well. And even this is the one example of sustainable traffic solution. So we can create now green waves. Not only we can improve the traveling times, but even we can improve fuel efficiency and environmental sustainability, as I said. So this aspect is very important for urban planning system. And even we are also having a focus on emergency services. So we are prioritizing emergency vehicles within the traffic system, and we are especially focusing on navigation through the congested road. So we are navigating through this congested road more efficiently, so that whenever we are decreasing accidents, what happens, we can increase the life saving as well. And even now we are proactively participating in this public safety. And what will be the impact on two-wheelers? So with two-wheelers, they are making up significant portion of traffic. So we are focusing on reconsidering of the flow and as well as needs of traffic on the road. So we are focusing on effective technologies so that we can prevent congestion of traffic. Okay. And even in the future also it will be very helpful for pedestrians, and we can also focus on proper enhancing of public transport system. So it is an example of forward thinking approach as well, so that we can enhance urban mobility and we can make entire transport system more interconnected and as well as efficient. So these are the things that you have to remember. And how can you use this article whenever you are writing about science and technology advancements, how we can use to control traffic? So here you can add this article as an example or a case study. And now let us see next article. It is about mental health in India's material world. So actually October 10th we are celebrating World Mental Health Day. So because of this, there are two articles in your editorial section which are related to this mental health, and we are going to see them together. So actually this article is important from GS paper 2 under health and as well as from governance point of view. So here this topic is important from mains perspective, not from prelims. Okay, keep this in your mind. And if you are preparing for any other competitive examination, you can get a question like so on which date? So on which day we will be celebrating World Mental Health Day? Okay, that is nothing but October 10th. So now let us see what this article is saying clearly. So mental health crisis is happening in India. Why? Because of materialism. So people are running towards earning or wealth, and even because of societal pressures, mental health crisis is happening. And even in your ethics, you can see one concept, cognitive dissonance. So in this cognitive dissonance, whenever you are having two conflicting beliefs, or whenever there is change, whenever there is interaction between your beliefs and behavior, whenever you have any conflict, so that will lead to this cognitive dissonance. So because of this cognitive dissonance also, there will be increasing of mental health issues or mental stress. So because of societal pressures, because of materialism, now in India mental health crisis is happening. Okay, so there are different number of cases of professionals who are ending their lives, even highlight the disconnect between perceived success and as well as true well-being. And even we saw some news like even Robo committed suicide because of increasing of work pressure in some other country. So even Robo, which is running on so and so programming or artificial intelligence or machine learning, it also committed suicide. But then what about human condition, right? So over 197 million Indians they are affected by this mental health disorders. So that will lead to often isolations, anxiety in the people. So to combat this, this article is saying that we have to shift towards community and collective well-being is very essential, and we have to prioritize meaningful connections over the material achievements now. So now let us see some important points that you have to remember from this article. So first one is, yes, we have to understand and accept that there is increasing of mental health disorders. So especially there is rising in conditions like depression, which reflects that the pressure of modern life is very increasing. So we have to focus on increased awareness about these conditions so that we can support this mental health. And next one is, there is tragic work related outcomes. So whenever we are having high profile cases of suicides, especially which is seen normally in young professionals, that means we can understand about danger of workplace stress. So companies, they have to prioritize even employees' well-being as well. They have to give priority for the mental health of employees. And actually everyone now, the present century people or present generation people, they are running towards material success. So rather than that, we have to focus on happiness, and we have to focus on society, and we have to focus on even fulfillment beyond possessions. And next one is, because of even rapid urbanization also, what happening, social disconnection is happening. So in urban areas, so what is happening in the neighboring house, so no one will be bothering. So rather than that, we need community building initiatives so that we can increase connections among the individuals. And next one here is, everyone now they are going for the consumerism. So in this relentless pursuit of consumerism, it will obviously create stress and inadequacy. So there is a need of shift towards valuing experiences and relationship over the goods so that we can improve mental health obviously. And even community is very important, and social connections, it will enhance the mental health. So for that also, government need to think on this, and we need to have the policies that will promote work-life balance and as well as community engagement. And next one is, we have to learn from global practices, like how other countries are coming up with policies and how other countries are tackling this issue of mental health crisis. So here in this article, they gave an example about Brazil. Brazil country, they came up with community gardens, and that can serve as a model for fostering of mental wellness, and even it shows about the shared responsibilities, and it will also showcase about how we can deeper or we can increase the connections. Now let us see the next article. It is about Modi to hold bilateral talks with leaders at ASEAN India Summit. So this article is talking about two important things. First one is ASEAN, next one is Act East Policy of India. So where you will be studying these two topics in your GS paper 2 under international relations, and this topic is at most important from both your prelims and as well as mains. So you can expect prelims questions and even mains questions from this topic. So now let us see this article in detail. Let us see the context. Our Prime Minister, he will attend 21st ASEAN India and 19th East Asia Summit in Laos. And actually in this meet, our country or our government of India is focusing on improving ties with regional instability, and especially we have to focus on instability in the region with this ASEAN, and especially what is happening in this Myanmar. And this summit, which will be also very important for India's Act East policy and as well as to improve India's position in Indo-Pacific region. And we are also going to hold bilateral talks with ASEAN leaders so that we can have the solutions for the problems like maritime tensions, and even we can also focus on these regional security issues. So if you see the details, it says that here Modi's visit, our Prime Minister visit to these countries, which is mainly focusing or which will be showing about the significance of Asian countries in our Indian foreign policy. Particularly in Myanmar. So Myanmar is under military junta. So Myanmar is threatening the regional cooperation. So here we can use this kind of platforms where these countries are part of, so that we can address this shared security concerns. And next one is, we can go for a planned bilateral meetings. So with this planned bilateral meetings, we can have a proper approach to diplomacy in this Southeast Asia, so that we can strengthen our partnership in this globalized era where we have geopolitical challenges. And next one here is, so this Act East policy, which marks 10 years of Act East policy. So here in this context, India wants to show that yes, we are committed to enhance ties with the South Asian countries. And even this move will be very much helpful for balancing of countering of Chinese influence in this region. And even ASEAN is very important for resolving of these maritime disputes in South China Sea as well. So actually you know that there is issue between Philippines and China. There is issue between Japan and China. So whichever the country which is sharing boundary with the South China Sea, they have issues with China. So here if you see what is the role of India, India is a leader of global South, and India is also playing an important role in Indo-Pacific region. So it is the responsibility of India to participate in these Asian nations, and we can contribute for the development and as well as regional security in this area. And even when we are engaging with these countries with the local culture adaptations like Ramayana, so India also seeks to foster deepening of connections with Asian societies. So we already have shared heritage and values. We can showcase that. And even here our Prime Minister is going to have interaction with the Japan's new Prime Minister, and we're also having the diplomacy with these countries, so that we can emphasize on importance of collaboration in addressing the regional challenges. And even we can also talk about ongoing crisis in Myanmar, so which serves as a reminder for the fragility of regional stability, and even we need collective efforts to solve the conflicts. Okay, and if you see some facts regarding this ASEAN, when it was established in year 1967 in Bangkok. So Bangkok, Thailand. So after signing this ASEAN Declaration, or it is also called as Bangkok Declaration, by founding fathers of ASEAN. So which are the founding fathers of ASEAN? Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore and Thailand. So this organization has an important goal. What is that? To promote stability, to promote economic growth across these nations. And its chairmanship rotates annually based on alphabetical order of English names of member countries. And this region has the largest economies in the world, and it is believed that by 2050, so it will be the 4th largest economy in the world. So if you see the grouping of ASEAN, we have Myanmar, Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, and if you come down, we have Malaysia in this pink color, next Singapore, Indonesia, Brunei and Philippines. So totally we have how many countries? 10 countries. And next let us see about this Act East policy. So when it was announced in year 2014 of India, and Act East policy is nothing but we are upgrading earlier policy, that is Look East policy. And it is a diplomatic initiative to promote we are promoting economic, strategic and cultural relations in the vast Asia Pacific region at the different levels. And even it involves intensive and continuous engagement with Southeast Asian countries in the field of connectivity. We are focusing on trade, culture, defense, people-to-people contact at the bilateral levels, regional level and multilateral levels. And we are especially focusing on promoting especially economic cooperation, culture ties, developing a strategic relationship with countries in Indo-Pacific region with a proactive, pragmatic approach. And we are also focusing on improving the economic development of Northeastern region. And actually this region is gateway to our Southeast Asian region. So because of this policy is very important. Apart from this, I saw one article in your world page. It is about landslides. So you will be reading this landslide topic in GS paper 1 under mass movements under geography, and from GS paper 3 under disaster management. So here you have to see some dimensions like what is a landslide. So what are the reasons or causes of this landslides, and what will be the impact of this landslides, and what are the measures can be taken to reduce this landslides. And from disaster management point of view, what will be the pre-disaster step, during disaster and post-disaster steps that we need to take care of. And next one is, there is one report which is by WWF which says that there is 73% of declining or decreasing of this wildlife number which is happening across the world. So this report is called as Nature Living Planet Report 2024. So if you are writing any answer regarding environment conservation, decreasing of wildlife, you can use this report as an example, and please make a note of this report. Says that WWF, that is Worldwide Fund, released report Nature Living Planet Report 2024. It is a biennial compilation. Biennial is nothing but for every 2 years we will be having this report. So this report showcase about threat faced to the wildlife, and it said that there is 73% of declining of wildlife number. So here you have to see what are the causes for this declining of wildlife number across the world, and you have to even think about what are the measures can be taken, or else you can see what are the steps taken by the government, for example at global level, at national level, at state level. So you have to make a notes so that you can write an answer with proper evidences, and even you can use our data in your essay. So these are the very important topics that appeared in our today's Hindu newspaper. Actually we gave vacation holidays of Dasra for our institute. So for the next 4 days, that means 10th, 11th, 12th and 13th, I will be posting in this same way of Hindu analysis. I don't want to miss this Hindu analysis because we close the institute for Dasra vacation, and once it is going to open on the 14th October, so we are going to start our classes on digital panel. So thank you so much for watching, and if you like this class, please hit the like button, and please do share this class to your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to Rathods IAS Academy. And thank you so much guys for watching.